Hello and welcome everybody to Underwood, Iowa, home to the Underwood Eagles in tonight's Western Iowa Conference matchup between the visiting Treynor Cardinals and the aforesaid Underwood Eagles. I'm Cody Roskins bringing you the action here today from Underwood, where it should be a good one. Two teams in the middle of the Western Iowa Conference trying to establish a foothold right before postseason play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference, brought to you by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Drop In McClellan for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
We ask that all parties show respect for each other and the game by modeling good sportsmanship. I would also like to remind you that all Iowa high school events are smoke-free. Thank you for your cooperation. We would now like to direct your attention to the first base line as we recognize our lone 2022 softball senior. As we like to call it, tonight is Sierra Fox night. Our lone senior is Sierra Fox, daughter of Kevin and Tracy Fox. Sierra is a 4-year participant, a 3-year letter winner in softball. Sierra's favorite memory is Grandma and Grandpa being at every game and always having a lunch that included a pickle packed for her. Sierra's future plans are to attend UNO for occupational therapy. We would like to thank Sierra for your dedication and time that you've given to the softball while at Underwood. Softball is a better place because of you and the hard work and sacrifice that you have put forth. Thank you, and best of luck to your future, Sierra. One more round of applause for Sierra Fox. And now for tonight's starting lineups. Leading off for the Cardinals and playing shortstop, number 16, Kaylee Navarra. Center field, number 17, Rachel Kinsella. First base, number 27, Delaney Matthews. Pitching tonight, number 20, Jaden Huseman. Second base, number 4, Malia McKern. Catching tonight, number 1, Addie Manahan. The DP tonight, number 12, Brianna Huffman. At third base, number 2, Claire Scroggy. In left field, number 15, Reagan Gordon. And the right fielder, number 13, Keely Smith. The Cardinals head coach is Kara Huseman. Assistant coaches, Justin Huseman, Madeline Deichler, Kaylee Finnegan, and Bree Schneider. Now, for your starting lineup for your Underwood Eagles. At shortstop, number 5, Mary Stevens. Our center fielder, number 10, Claire Cook. Catching tonight, number 6, Grace Pierce. In left field, number 3, Allie Fletcher. In right field, number 4, Kay Christensen. The third baseman, number 11, Corinne Trady. Our designated player, number 20, Carly Nelson. At second base, number 13, Alyssa Fisher. Our first baseman, number 12, Delaney Ambrose. And our flex player and pitching tonight, our senior, number 15, Sierra Fox. The Eagles head coach is Jeff Martinez. The assistants are Alex Martinez and Paige Weiss. Please rise for the national anthem.
Welcome back, everybody, to Underwood, Iowa. Home to tonight's Western Iowa Conference matchup between the home Underwood Eagles and visiting Treynor Cardinals, who come into tonight 13-4, 10-4 in the Western Iowa Conference and riding a 7-game winning streak. Opposite of them, like we said, the Underwood Eagles, home side 12-10, but don't let that record distract you. They're off to an 8-6 mark in Western Iowa Conference play, coming off some very impressive victories, most notably on the road against HSDW, who sits in second place with a 16-5 mark. It'll be Sierra Fox inside the circle tonight against Jaden Huseman, and we'll be right back. After a short break, you're watching the Western Iowa Conference, brought to you by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop In McClelland for great family food.
And we're ready to go here in Underwood. Fox in the circle to start things off for the Eagles defense. First pitch, just above the zone. Eagles defense tonight. Sierra Fox inside the circle like we said, with Pierce behind home plate. Next pitch also outside. Across the infield, left to right, will be Treaty, Stevens, Fisher, and Ambrose. And in the outfield, Fletcher, Cook, and Christensen to round out the Eagles' defense. Fox 2-0 becomes 3-0. Leading things off for the Cardinals is Navarra. That pitch outside, that'll be a 4-pitch walk to lead off the game for the Treynor offense. Bringing up Rachel Kinsella.
Up next for the Cardinals, the center fielder, number 7, Rachel Kinsella.
Kinsella on the season, a .340 batting average. She'll show bunt. Runner goes for second. Throw is high. Cook is there to corral the misplayed ball in shallow center. So Navarra often moving early, and that's something that Coach Huseman, speaking to her before the game, really wanted to get going. She said she was really pleased with her leadoff hitters. Anybody 1 through 4 typically gets on base. Pretty high clip for the Cardinals, and that allows them to get their running game going. Is showing bunt again. That one also outside, but she pulled back. Treaty really protecting against the bunt here. She's about halfway down that third base line. That one outside. There's the bunt. She avoids it, though. Runner will advance to third and safe on first. So runners on the corners for the Cardinals with nobody out. I'll bring up 3-hole hitter and Delaney Matthews.
Up next, the first baseman, number 27, Delaney Matthews.
Matthews, a .392 hitter with a .484 OBP. She's one of the better batters in this Cardinal lineup. Once again, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That one outside. Runner going for second. Close play at second. Hops in. Instead, it'll be a stolen base. Coach Huseman, going back to what we were just talking about, so this is a big game for both sides. Treynor comes in riding a 7-game winning streak, trying to keep pace with Avoca and trying to hold down that third spot. All the Eagles trying to claw out the middle of the pack. As Matthews steps back in the box, it's a 2-0 count. Fox, ball 3, having a little trouble finding the zone here. She's the lone softball senior, so maybe just a little bit of emotion here on the mound. Excuse me, in the circle here tonight. Next pitch, that will load the bases. So the Cardinals have them crowded. There's a bird on every bag. And that'll bring up number 20, Jaden Huseman. We'll see her in the bottom of the first, and she'll be in the circle. Huseman, .469 average, absolutely crushing the ball this season, that one. Right down Main Street. There's the first strike we've seen from Sierra Fox. Cardinals trying to score early. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and fouled off. Last time we were here for some Underwood softball, it was Sierra Fox who was able to get out of a runner on second and third jam with a one-run lead in the top of the seventh against the Audubon Wheelers here. Bases loaded, nobody out. That pitch outside. Fox went the complete game, only allowing the one run to Audubon. Fox's next pitch. Looked like she maybe wanted to pull the trigger at that one, but Huseman holds back. Huseman with a team-high 21 RBIs on the season. She's got 3 birds on the bags here. This one swung on, grounded over towards third, and that one is going to be called foul. So they'll do it all over again in the 2-2 count. There is a very close play over at the third base bag. Home plate umpire making the call very vocal. I don't quite have the officials for you tonight. Try and get those to you as soon as we can. It's 2-2 now to Huseman. Again, nobody out. That one swung on, grounded through the infield. This will score 1 run home. Runners will hold, so the bases remain loaded, and it's 1-0 Treynor. So we may have a courtesy runner coming into the game, and it looks like Coach Huseman coming over to have a quick word with our home plate umpire, maybe trying to get her pitcher off the base path, and she will. This will be number 11, Reagan Gordon coming into the game, or excuse me, this will be Zoe Zadalis coming into the game. Had the grade and number mixed up there, my apologies.
Number 4, Maylee McKern.
So McKern now comes to the plate for Treynor. Again, bases loaded, still nobody out. Here's the pitch. Talking about McKern on the season, 286 average, just below 300 on the season, 434 OBP. She's knocked in 5 runners on the season. Fox with the wind. That one's in the zone, good spot, 2-1. If you're Coach Martinez, strikeout or a ground ball double play has got to be the idea here. Infield in tight. Swung on. Grounded shortly. Trying to go home with it. Instead, the late fire over by Fox. That'll score a run. 2-0 Cardinals. And again, the bases remain loaded. Not a bad idea to throw home, but with the big lead from the runner on third, it would have been a tough play.
Up next, the catcher, number 1, Addie Manahan.
We're now to number 6 in the batting order for the Cardinals as Manahan comes up. She's behind the plate defensively tonight. That one finds the outside edge. Manahan, 250 batting average on the season. Again, she's got 7 RBIs, so a couple of runs batted in, sprinkled throughout the lower part of this lineup. But that one shot through the middle. 1 run scores. Second run coming home to the plate. That one gets ahead of the catcher in Pierce, and 2 runs come across. It's now 4-0 Cardinals. Runners on second and third. As it's been a rocky start to this inning for the Underwood defense. Just nobody home on that last play. Shot right by second base.
Up next, the designated player, number 12, Brianna Huffman.
As Huffman, the designated player, comes up. Bats in the 7 hole. Here's the pitch from Fox. This one shot. This one will also escape the infield. 1 run scores. Runners will hold on the corners. As the Cardinals came in ready to play here in the top of the first. It's 5-0 Redbirds.
next, the third baseman, number 2, Claire Scroggy.
Scroggy will come to the plate as we have another courtesy runner coming into the game. It's number 13, Keely Smith. She's a senior, getting some time on the base paths in this one. Look for her to maybe try and swipe the third stolen base of the inning for the Cardinals. So runners on the corners, still nobody down here at top of the first. It's been a big inning for Treynor. Fox with the wind. Bunt laid down and popped back foul. Scroggy on the season, 267 batting average. Walked a couple of times, 8. She's got as many walks as runs batted in, 8 apiece. Next pitch outside, throw to second, trying to catch the runner. Pitch was outside, throw didn't make it second base. It got cut off as the runner from third was thinking about making a charge for home. Great base running so far from the Cardinals. So that's 3 stolen bags so far in the top of the first. Here's the pitch from Fox. Showed bunt and pulled back. Fox in the 2-1. That one's popped up. This should be the first out, and there it is. So the Eagles able to find out number 1. That simplifies things a little bit.
Up next, the left fielder, number 15, Reagan Gordon.
So now Gordon, who brings up bottom part of this lineup, batting in the 9 spot. This one swung on. Shot over in foul ground. Ambrose tries to make a charge over and said it'll be a strike 1. So 0-1 here to Gordon. 368 batting average for Gordon on the season. Coach Eastman also was really enjoying their patience at the plate during the 7-game winning streak, not always taking the first good pitch they see, instead doing a team thing and maybe taking until they get a strike in some situations. Here's the bunt, lays it down, and he'll dance across the line. It's now 1-2 after the foul ball. Fox with the wind and deal. This one fouled back as well. We'll do it all over again, 1-2. Coming into today, Treynor typically hadn't had as many big innings as this one here, and it's kind of an anomaly, especially for Sierra Fox, who's 6.46 ERA, maybe a little misleading. We've had a couple of different bodies play around in the infield, so maybe not the chemistry quite there yet. She's got an 8-8 record coming into tonight as this one's grounded through the middle. Throw over to first. That one gets away. So 1 run scores, and another one will come across. It's now 7-0 Cardinals. So call that the reach by error. So we're back to the top of the order. As Navarra comes back up, she started things off today with the leadoff walk. And it's strike 1. There's a high probability these two teams will see each other again in postseason play. This one, shallow part of the, deeper part of the infield. Throw back into second, trying to get the play, and said she will be safe. So now runners on first and second.
Up next, the center fielder, number 17, Rachel Kinsella.
So now we'll bring up Rachel Kinsella. 2 runners on. It appears that we've got a quick discussion between the home plate umpire and our infield umpire. Not sure exactly what the conversation was about, but regardless, we're going to get back ready to go with Kinsella coming up in the left-handed batter's box. And Treaty really protecting against the bunt. They went away from her last time. There's the bunt again, and it does dance away. Fox fielding, throw over to first, won't beat it in time. Bases loaded again for Treynor.
Up next, the first baseman, number 27, Delaney Matthews.
It's been a long and rough inning here for the Eagles defense, looking for a spark. 1-0. Matthews, you reached on a base hit last time. Stare at the next pitch going by. It's 2-0. Jaden Huseman is on deck for Treynor if she's needed. A ground ball double play would end the half inning. Here's a pitch from Fox. That one's down Main Street, 2-1. Treynor again very content. They're going to make a lot of balls be put in play and make this Underwood defense field it cleanly. Count 3-1. Fox takes a step back and will now begin her approach. That one just over the head, and that will walk across the run. 8-0 as Treynor again continues their big inning.
Up next, the pitcher, number 20, Jaden Huseman.
So Huseman comes up with a bases loaded situation. That pitch outside. Fox winds, deals. That one inside and tight. Good pitch from Fox. Huseman showing bunt. Now pulls back. This one grounded over to Mary Stevens. Throw over to first. There's out number 2. Run does come across. There's 2 down here in the top of the first.
Up next, the second baseman, number 4, Maylee McKern.
McKern will come back up. Second time she's been up in this top half of the first. Pitch from Fox. Outside. Quick glance over from Pierce to third. Fox, here's the pitch. That one well outside. Just having a little trouble with the control today. It's uncharacteristic for her. Last time we were here, she was really tight on the corners. Today, just a little far outside. And the 2-0. Trying to avoid putting a runner on first. Next pitch. Finds the outside spot. 3-1. Going to give you a quick rundown of the Treynor schedule lately. They've won 7 in a row, like we said, after dropping 2 in a row to Loma and AHSTW. Victories against Tri-Center, Boyer Valley, Coon Rapids Bayard as that one catches the corner as well. Maple Valley, Anthenoto, Charter Oak, Ute, Riverside, IKM Manning, a 1-run win against Audubon sets them up here tonight. They're trying to win 8 in a row heading into their senior night game against Missouri Valley. This pitch popped foul. Will escape, so we'll do everything over 3-2. Treynor will close out the season with 2 out of 3 being on the road. They'll take on Kemper Catholic and Woodbine. That Kemper Catholic game, a 10 a.m. start on the 25th before they finish off the season against Atlantic. As there's the walk. That'll put a runner on first, and the bases are now reloaded.
Up next, the catcher, number 1, Addie Minahan.
So now Minahan comes back up to the plate. Again, there's a bird on every bag for Treynor. Fox just looking for that third out. Has the chance to come in raining from the Treynor dugout. It's a team that doesn't lack confidence. 1-0. Fox winds and deals. That one nearly skips away from Pierce. Good block. Count is now 3-0. Fox winds, deals. That one's in the strike zone. Throw back over to third. Not in time, as Pierce tried to snag a quick third out. Just glanced over there a couple of times, finally slung one over. As here's the 3-1. I'll say that one's high. So another run will come across.
Up next, the designated player, number 12, Brianna Huffman.
This pitch shot out towards right field. And there is the third out. So we will go to the bottom of the first. It was a big inning for the Treynor Cardinals. 10-0. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMAM Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back, everybody, to Underwood, Iowa, as we're getting ready to go for the bottom of the first. There's a 10-run Treynor top of the first, so the Eagles will try and chip away at that here. It'll be Huseman on the mound, or excuse me, in the circle. I said that a couple of times. I apologize. In the circle will be Huseman.
Number 5, Mary Stevens.
So Mary Stevens will lead things off here. To read you off the Cardinal defense. It'll be Minahan behind home. Huseman in the circle. Delaney Matthews at first. Mally McCurran at second. It'll be Scroggy at shortstop. Navarra at third. Gordon in the left. Kinsella in center. And Kelly Smith over in right. That's how the Cardinals will line up defensively. It'll be Mary Stevens to lead things off for the Underwood lineup. Stevens, a .364 leadoff hitter. As we've got a little bit of an equipment malfunction, it looks like, for the Cardinals. Looks like maybe some of the straps on the back of the mask or the protective pieces of equipment here. Just a little off the mark. So go ahead and give you some more of Mary Stevens' stats on the season. She's got a total of 28 hits. 21 of those are singles, 5 doubles, 3 triples. She's got 10 runs batted in. She sacrificed 1 time and walked 4 times so far this season, according to Varsity Bound. So it looks like maybe the glove of the catcher Minahan is, for whatever reason, just not quite adjusted the right way. But again, going across the Cardinal defense, infield left to right, Navarre at third, Scraggy at short, McKern at second, Delaney Matthews over at first, left field left to right, the outfield left to right. It'll be Reagan Gordon, Rachel Kinsella, and Kelly Smith. It'll be Huseman in the circle with Minahan behind home plate. As it looks like a little bit of teamwork being done now between Minahan and head coach Kara Huseman. Turned out to be a really nice night for softball around the Southwest Iowa area. After we had some really high heat in the last couple of weeks and earlier this week, the wind has cooled off, approached high in the mid-80s around Southwest Iowa for the most part, as we appear to be ready to go for the bottom of the first. Again, Jaden Huseman will be in the circle with Mary Stevens to lead things off for Underwood. First pitch will go by for ball 1. Huseman winds that one, also outside. Infield for the Cardinals, in somewhat tight. Maybe going to try and predict Mary Stevens not have the biggest power. We did see her smack a double against the Wheelers last time we were here. That sparked a big 6th inning for them to come back and win that game against Audubon. That pitch is in for strike 1. And Huseman, that one. A little top shelf pitching. It was awry. It's 3-1 now to the Eagles' leadoff batter. Here's the approach. That one catches the zone. Count runs full. And now the 3-2 from Huseman. That one smacked foul. Good contact from Mary Stevens. Just couldn't get it to clear the infield. Coach Jeff Martinez likes what he saw at that swing. Just a little late on it. Seen Mary take a run up in the batter's box at a couple of them. Hasn't pulled the trigger yet until that one. And back to the 3-2. Swung on, grounded, foul once more. This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Coming up against Stevens. So already making Huseman battle at the top of this Eagle lineup. Payoff pitch. That one called strike 3. And Huseman has the first strikeout of the night for the Cardinals.
Up next, your center fielder, number 10, Claire Cook.
So, advance to the second spot of the Eagles batting order with Claire Cook, the center fielder, coming up. Just a freshman, 4.24 average. We'll have a little home plate maintenance. OBP just north of 500, so about 50% of the time she's getting on. As we serenade you to some Sweet Home Alabama being played across speakers here at Underwood. Sure, YouTube won't have a problem with that later today. As Huseman, watch Cook step back out of the batter's box. Huseman winds and deals. Swung on and missed. There's his first strike. Took Huseman 9 pitches to strike out the leadoff batter. Here she gets ahead 0-1. That one outside, but called a strike. Now 0-2. It's now going to have to shorten up and protect against anything close for Cook. She's seen now kind of the parameters of the strike zone in her first time up. Huseman deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 called. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Cardinal pitcher and Jaden Huseman. And there's 2 down via strikeouts.
Your catcher, number 6, Grace Pierce.
So the catcher, Grace Pierce, will trot up to the plate. She secured the RBI record for the Underwood Eagles just a couple of days ago. Now north of 43, so congratulations to her. Are more than in order. And she comes up, ready to try and jumpstart things for the Underwood Eagles, the junior. 409 batting average on the season. That ball is high. When we talk about Pierce on the season, again, we just mentioned her batting average, but she's just south of 500 in the OBP department. Got 20, according to Varsity Bound. Haven't quite gotten her record tacked in yet. We know she's north of 43. Had 42 listed on Varsity Bound. She has 2 home runs, 1 triple, 13 doubles, 11 singles on the season. 19 times she's come across to score herself as well. As here's the 1-1. That one finds the mark now 1-2, and Huseman is in a position to strike out the side. Pierce widens the stance just a little bit. Maybe going to try and turn on something into that left center field gap. This one swung on, grounded past the pitcher Huseman, throw over to first, and there is the 3rd out. So the Cardinals strike out 2 and ground out the last one. We'll go to the top of the 2nd after this quick break. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop In McClelland for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Welcome back, everybody. We're set to go for the top of the 2nd here in Underwood. It'll be a new pitcher in the circle for the Eagles. It'll be Carly Nelson, the 8th grader. She comes into today with a 5.91 ERA, record of 4-2 on the season. So she'll come in relief of Sierra Fox, who gave up 10 in the first. As the infield finishes their relays around, we're just about set and ready to go for the Cardinals offense. Last we left you, we were waiting on number 2, Claire Scroggy, to come up for the Cardinals, so she'll make her approach here.
The third baseman, number 2, Claire Scroggy.
So Scroggy strides in. Be her 2nd time up in this game. She shows bunt, lays what would have been a really good bunt attempt down, but just dances foul. Scroggy again got that 267 average. got 10 singles on the season according to Varsity Bound. Of course, not all stats up to date, but they're pretty ballpark close. I guess you could excuse the pun there. So Nelson again in the circle here. And here's the pitch. This one swung on, soft contact, popped up, just escapes over the head of Mary Stevens. Cook corrals it. There's the lead off batter aboard for Treynor.
Next up, the left fielder, 15, Reagan Gordon.
So Reagan Gordon will come back up. She brings up the bottom of the lineup. 368 average, 429 in the OBP. A lot of batters in this Cardinal lineup are effective when they get their at-bats. They're spread pretty evenly amongst this lineup. Here's the bunt right in front of home plate. Pierce behind home plate had a really good jump on the ball. Would have been interesting to see if they would have been able to throw Scroggy out at second. She was going. Here's the pitch. Shows bunt again. That one bunted and fouled off. That one caught the almost top of the handle of the bat, so not a great spot to lay the bunt down. And maybe a finger jam was almost the occasion there for Reagan Gordon. Here's the pitch. That one's low. Not a bad 0-2 pitch there from Nelson. Reagan Gordon being implored on by her teammates, just left of her in the visiting dugout. And as Nelson deals in the 1-2. That one's high. Check back over to first, but no throw. And now the 2-2 coming up from Carly Nelson. She deals. That one grounded towards Mary Stevens. Nice play in the field. There's out number one. The runner does advance, but a good job by Mary Stevens to get the sure out at first. So this will be Keely Navarra coming up next in the top of the lineup.
The shortstop, number 16, Keely Navarra.
So Navarra will come back up for her third at-bat of the game. She's reached safely each time through. Here's the pitch. This one swung on in foul territory, too far away from anybody as it clears the fence. Just over to the left of us here out of the shot of our camera view, we're able to get a slight glimpse of the varsity score in the boys contest. That's another big game going on in the WIC tonight. It's 3-1. Eagles scored 3 in the first, and Treynor answered with 1 in the top of the second. Showing bunt, pulling back, and that one's out of the zone. And Nelson deals. Showing bunt, tapped, and again, just foul as well. Nelson trying to hold down this Treynor offense that again scored 10 runs top of the first. So far, she's gotten 1 out. The runner on second, that pitch is outside. Maybe trying to get her fishing outside the zone. Not a bad pitch, running away from the opposite-handed batter. Nelson, and the 1-2, that one skips away. Good block, though, from Pierce, and the count runs full. This would be a big out for Nelson if she could get it, trying to quiet some of the momentum that the Treynor bats had. Could also be the first strikeout victim of the night for the Cardinals. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and fouled off. She's really trying to hit the mark with that outside portion running away from the batter in the strike zone. It's been a tight strike zone so far, but a consistent one. 3-2. This one swung on, popped up, soft contact, and there's out number 2. Nice play there from Stevens again. This will bring up number 17, Rachel Kinsella. She's playing center field in this one. Kinsella got that .340 average, runner in scoring position. Came in tonight with 10 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Bunted, might have a chance at it, and there's the play. What a nice catch by Delaney Ambrose. So that'll set him down. Top of the second. We'll get ready to go for the bottom of the second. After a quick break, you're watching the Western Iowa Conference, presented by KMAN Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back, softball fans. We're set and ready to go. Bottom of the second with Allie Fletcher hitting in the 4-hole spot for Underwood, getting set and ready to go. Try and start some offense here in a comeback attempt against Treynor. It'll be Huseman in the circle, going against the righty. Here's the pitch. This one swung on into foul ground. Right fielder not enough speed to come over and make the play, so it's 0-1. Next pitch, this one swung on and fouled off as well. Get a chance to run down now Allie stat line on the season. She's got 355 average, a 438 OBP. She can get some good contact in an 0-2 count here. Might be able to drive one through the middle of the infield. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, fouled back over the top of the press box. Again, known for Fletcher, she's got 14 RBIs, nobody on the base paths here, but she's got a total of 22 hits, 14 singles, 6 doubles, and 2 homers for the junior. As Huseman in the 0-2. That one's in the zone. That's her 3rd strikeout early in this one as Huseman continues to roll.
Up next, the right fielder, number 4, Kay Christensen.
So up will trot the freshman, Kay Christensen, number 4 for Underwood, 286 average, 375 OBP. Looking for her, what would be 15th base hit according to Varsity Bound. That pitch finds the mark outside, and it's 0-1. Coach Jeff Martinez, a little bit of words towards home plate. Maybe not enthused with that last call. Maybe some strikes going against Underwood here that he's not a fan of. This one swung on and missed. Felt it into the catcher's glove, I guess I should say. So the count will be 0-2. Huseman looking for strikeout number 4. It's a quick look to the dugout, and we'll now begin the routine. As here's the pitch. This one swung on, grounded over towards short. No play over, so an infield single. As looked like Navarra lost her footing.
Up next, the 3rd baseman, number 11, Corinne Treynor.
So Treynor will come up to the plate now with a runner on first after Navarra just couldn't get her footing right after she fielded the ball. So infield single for Christensen. Becomes the first base runner of the night for the Eagles. So Treaty, 216 average. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, grounded softly, trying to run it out over at first, and Schragi, a little bit of infield monster, I guess, living in the dirt right now, as it's been back-to-back plays that have resulted in infield singles.
Up next, the designated player number 20, Carly Nelson.
So Carly Nelson will come up to bat. She came in relief. The pitcher started it all in Sierra Fox. She's got a .359 batting average, .422 OBP. With a runner in scoring position, she has 13 ribbies to her name. Just an 8th grader as well. So 1 down and 2 on for the Eagle offense. As Huseman winds and deals. That one will go for a ball. Did not escape away from Minahan. Good job blocking it behind home plate. And here's the pitch from Huseman. That one outside. That'll be away. Wild pitch. Allows the runners to advance up to second and third. So now they've got 2 in scoring position as the Eagles have a little bit of momentum now on the base paths. Ball in play should score at least 1. Nelson, it's a 2-0 count. Good opportunity to drive on a pitch here. This one swung on, grounded over to second. Right through the legs of McKern. 1 run scores. 2 runs will come across on the 2 RBI single for the Eagle offense. So that'll chop the lead down to 10-2.
Up next, the second baseman, number 13, Alyssa Fisher.
So Alyssa Fisher will trot up to the plate and we'll have a quick mound meeting with Kara Huseman in her infield after a couple of routine plays have kind of been eating up the Cardinals in the infield dirt. That one just snuck through and underneath the glove of Molly McKern. So talking about Fisher, also a freshman, 194 batting average, 219 OBP. She struck out 18 times so far in the season, but she's got a couple of extra base hits. She's got 4 doubles to go along with 12 RBIs. So we know of a courtesy runner coming in over on first base. And as the home plate umpire will walk over to Treynor to communicate the substitution. Again, Fisher just getting some extra practice rips in here. And Huseman try and find a way to starve off this momentum from Underwood. Here's the pitch. This one swung on, grounded over towards Navarra. Throw over to first. Skips away, runner safe. And that will advance. Looks like number 1, Haley Ambrose, the 8th grader, all the way over to third. So the Eagles continue to find a way to reach on base as it's runners on the corners with 1 down.
Number 12, Delaney Ambrose.
So now the first baseman, Delaney Ambrose, number 12, will stride in to the right-handed batter's box. And as Huseman trying again find a way to ground out number 2. There's a pitch in the zone. Runner advancing for second. Relay back to the pitcher, so it's an easy stolen base for Fisher. So now 2 in scoring position for Underwood. Big opportunity. Here's a swing. And there's strike 2. Ambrose Jr., 263 average. Only 4 RBIs on the season. She's got a total of 19 at-bats. Knocked in 5 singles across her stat line. That one outside. Good catch by Minahan. Coach Jeff Martinez encouraging his batter down in the count 1-2 in a big spot. Now Huseman on the 1-2. That one skips into the dirt. Count now level. Well, we really hope he didn't turn away after what was a big first inning for Treynor. The Eagles in a big position here to tack on some runs and make this thing a little bit closer. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and fouled back. Good job staying alive. Again, the runner on second is Fisher. And then it's Haley Ambrose over on third. She came into courtesy run for Carly Nelson. And here's the wind and deal. This one swung on and missed for strike 3. Another strikeout notched for Huseman in the circle today.
Up next, the
That'll make number 4.
5, Mary Stevens.
So now Mary Stevens will trot back up to the plate in the leadoff spot. She's at the top of the order for the Eagles. She's got 2 on and 2 down to work with. As Huseman winds, delivers. That one's in the zone for strike 1. Infield in, just a little close. Again, they only need that one out, so this ball's most likely going to first no matter what. So here comes Huseman. That one's also in the zone. 0-2 now to Stevens. As Mary Stevens will take a quick step out of the batter's box. Get a practice swing in, and now she strides back in. The 0-2 from Huseman. Swung on and fouled back. Just popped underneath it on the high pitch. Ball into the outfield, may score a couple. Haven't seen too many balls hit towards the grassy outfield here in Underwood. It's been a lot of infield singles and walks to this point for the majority of both sides. As we go again on the 0-2. Strike 3 called. So there's another strikeout for Huseman. She's able to get out of it, surrendering only 2. We'll get set and ready to go for the top of the third. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop In McClellan for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Welcome back, everybody, to Underwood, Iowa, the host site for tonight's Western Iowa Conference showdown between the visiting Treynor Cardinals and the home side Underwood Eagles. It's a beautiful afternoon and night for baseball here in Southwest Iowa. The Cardinals looking for win number 8 in a row, and the Underwood Eagles looking to claw their way up the Western Iowa Conference standings.
Up next, the first baseman.
It'll be Carly Nelson back in the circle after coming in relief for Sierra Fox. Eagles able to tack on 2 and chop down that deficit. His first pitch swinging that time is popped out for out number 1. This will bring up number 20 for the Cardinals. This will be Jaden Huseman.
The pitcher, number 20, Jaden Huseman.
So Huseman in the right-hand batter's box. This one swung on, grounded right back towards Nelson. Hot shot back over to first. There's quick out number 2. Nice fielding job that time by Nelson.
Up next, the second baseman, number 4, Mallie McKern.
And now McKern will step back in. She's a lefty. Trying to avoid being a quick third out here for the Cardinals offense. Here's the pitch. That one's in the zone. Good pitch from Nelson. She's been very good in relief. Didn't allow any in her innings of work so far. Treaty halfway down that third base line is fouled off, counting out 0-2. So we have the opportunity for Nelson to get a strikeout here. Here's the 0-2. That one's outside and low. McKern trying to bump up that 286 average. Not bad at all on the Treynor lineup. She's walked 11 times so far this season. That's a team high. Be a tough walk to draw here. Down 1-2. That one skips in the dirt. 2-2. All 12 of McKern's hits on the season, according to Varsity Bound, have all been singles. And the 2-2. That one outside. Count runs full. 3-2. Nelson trying to avoid the 2-out walk. And here's the pitch. That one was in the zone. Over to Treaty. Skips away. Nearly fielded by Stevens and said it'll reach. Not quite sure how they'll end up scoring that one. Looks like we give it the error. And so now a runner aboard with 2 down.
Up next, number 1, the catcher, Adeline Minahan.
So Minahan will come back up for the Cardinals. And here's the pitch. This one swung on, shot into right field, and there is out number 3. So give Carly Nelson a lot of credit. She's gutted out a lot of relief duty so far this season, and she is able to get the Underwood Eagles to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll be right back after a short break. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back, everybody, into the broadcast booth. Cody Roskins here getting ready to rock with you here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a 10-2 ball game between these two Western Iowa Conference foes, as it's the Bluebirds, the Underwood Eagles, taking on the Redbirds in the Treynor Cardinals. And Claire Cook strides in the 2-hole spot in the Eagles lineup. She'll try and jumpstart things here in the bottom of the 3rd. That one catches the outside, 0-1. Huseman's been stellar so far, only surrendered 2. That came in the last half inning. That one shot over towards Navarra. She might beat this out, and she will, so Claire Cook has another infield single for the Underwood Eagles. And the leadoff man is aboard.
Up next, the catcher, number 6, Grace Pierce.
Now here's a batter in Grace Pierce, who has been very noted this season in her batting ability. She recently secured the RBI record for the Eagles, north of 43 on the season. With a runner on, chance to advance her into scoring position. First pitch outside, throw over to second will be high and wild into center field. She's going to tear off for third. It'll be a close play. Ricochets away, so on that, it'll be an advance up to third on the fielding error. And now nobody out, runner on third for one of the best batters for the Eagles. So that last pitch was a ball, so the count is now 1-0. Huseman. This one shot out to right field. It's got a chance to get down. Instead, it's called in for the out. Runner will tag from third, so the sac fly comes across to score. It's 10-3 Cardinals, as the lead is cut down by one more.
Up next, the left fielder, number 3, Allie Fletcher.
So up comes Fletcher to the plate, trying to keep this momentum going for the Eagles. They've now scored in back-to-back innings after the Cardinals haven't scored in the last 2. Here's the pitch. That one's in the zone. Fletcher, the junior, this will be her 64th at-bat of the season, according to Varsity Bound. 24 times she's come across home plate to tally a run. 22 hits, 14 of them are singles. She's got 6 doubles and 2 home runs. Swung on and missed. There's strike 2. Huseman pounding the strike zone early. Huseman just a sophomore. She's got a 6-3 record so far this season with a 1.64 ERA, so a great number there. Only hitters have an average about 124 against her. That one's outside. She's got 83 strikeouts on the season. She's notched 5 more, so you can add those to her total to 88. And she has a 1-2 count here against Fletcher. Here's the pitch. Good job holding back that time by Fletcher. It was close, but a good die. Keeps the bat on the shoulder. 2-2 now. Underwood dugout getting rowdy. Here's the pitch. It's 2-2. That one's down Main Street. Called strike 3. So another strikeout. Give her 6 for Huseman.
Up next, the right fielder, number 4, Kay Christensen.
So Kay Christensen was the batter that got things started for the Eagles in the bottom portion of the second with an infield single against Navarra. See if she can get things moving here again in a good way for Underwood. Huseman winds and fires. This one swung on and missed. There's strike 1. And now the 0-1. This one swung on, chopped foul right in front of home plate. Minahan behind home plate did a good job of racing up for it quickly in case the umpire let that ball go in play. Now the 0-2. Huseman had a couple of strikeout victims. She's looking for her 7th. Here's the pitch. That one's high. And they're going to call a foul ball off the bat, so the count will remain 0-2. Like for a second, couldn't quite tell if I got a hold of the bat or of Christensen herself. Christensen had no reaction, so maybe it did just snag a part of the bat near the handle. It's now 1-2. That ball outside. Thank you to our home plate umpire, rearranging. He saw the incorrect ball and strike on the scoreboard. The count is 1-2 officially. That one's outside, so now you have a 2-2 count. Okay, Christensen doing a good job staying alive, being down in the count early. She's now drawn back-to-back, not back-to-back balls, but 2 out of the last 3 she's watched go by. Next pitch. This one swung on. Foul, in play right in front of home plate. Throw over to first. in time to retire the side. So the Underwood Eagles scratch one more cross as we go to the top of the fourth. It's 10-3, Cardinals over the Eagles. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop in McClellan for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Welcome back, everybody. We're ready to go for the top of the fourth after the Eagles cut the deficit down to 7 after a one-run bottom of the third. The Eagles will be in the field here defensively as the Treynor offense looks to come up and score for the first time after putting up 10 in the top of the first. Carly Nelson still in the circle for the Eagles as Huffman will come up as a designated player. And Nelson winds. First pitch. No one skips in front of home plate. Huffman, a freshman. She's got a 207 average with a 368 OBP. Not a ton of hits on the season. Only got 6. All 6 are singles. That one's outside as well. Here's the pitch from Nelson. This one swung on. She sent over to third. Fired over to first to Ambrose. And there's out number 1. Nice play by Treaty. There's out number 1. And Nelson's been doing a good job in relief here.
Up next, number 2, the third baseman, Claire Scroggy.
And Claire Scroggy will come up to the plate, number 2. She bats in the 8th spot. Also an 8th grader, coincidentally. 267 average, 389 OBP. She's got 10 singles, 2 doubles to her name on the season. Showing bunt and fouled back. So again, the Cardinals scored 10 in the top of the first. The Eagles went scoreless in the top of the first. They then put on 2 in the bottom of the third, and then 1 in the bottom of the third. And that's how we get to ourselves a 10-3 score line. And Nelson came in relief to start that second inning. That one's low. Count 1-1. Here's the next pitch. That one outside. Nobody on those, so no runner can advance. It's now 2-1. That pitch in the dirt, count 3-1. So Nelson trying to avoid the 1-out walk. Doing a good job of having control so far in this one in her 2 innings of work. That one's in the strike zone, hammers it home. So now 3-2, and now it's going to be up to Schrage to put this ball in play. Nelson pitches. That one's high, and there's the walk. This will come up Reagan Gordon. So Reagan Gordon will come to the plate. Runner on first, 1 down. Here's the pitch. That one inside, tight to the zone, but it's a ball. Now the home plate umpire is going to come over to the Underwood dugout. Not exactly sure what the conversation is. Maybe he's having a conversation here with Coach Martinez. Strike zone, been a little wide in some portions, but other than that, it's been okay. So maybe just a warning here, and being written up for it is maybe Coach Jeff Martinez. Not for sure, though, so we're not going to definitively say one way or another.
If he got a new phone, then he's got to register the new phone with VIP. Yeah, so I have to help him. So he has to go in and register his phone.
And so Carly Nelson will stride back into the circle, and Trangi will come in as well. 1-0. That one in the zone, throw back to first, not in time.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Oh, I'll guarantee that's what it is. So, I can work with him when this game's over later, or I can get with him tomorrow, or whatever.
It's 1-1 now to the batter.
Tell him to get a hold of me.
As Gordon lays down a bunt, it just goes foul. A little bit of a ballerina job. That ball just continued to spin on its axis before it finally pivoted foul.
But tell him to get a hold of me so we can get it resolved so he doesn't, yeah.
So Reagan Gordon, excuse me, I said it was Schraggy in the batter's box earlier. Schraggy's over on first. This is Reagan Gordon, number 15, in the batter's box here in the 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one grounded over to first. Ambrose can't quite haul it in. Runners will advance up safely on the infield single. Tough play for Ambrose. She had to come off the bag, field it, and then also head back. And she made her move back to first before she had fully secured the ball in play. As we're back to the top of the Cardinals lineup in Navarra. So one down and 2 on here for the Cardinals. Showing bunt, and it goes behind the backstop foul. Yeah, Nelson hasn't surrendered a run yet. All 10 runs have been earned towards Sierra Fox. Just went 1 inning here on senior night. And here's the pitch. That one outside, 1-1. Treaty again, pretty much halfway down that third base line. Just wants to protect against that bunt. This one swung on, grounded right to Treaty, fired over to first to Ambrose. There's 2 down now. So runners on second and third as the second out advanced them up.
The center fielder, number 17, Rachel Kinsella.
So Kinsella will come to the plate in a big RBI spot, trying to grab some momentum back after Underwood has scored 3 unanswered. Here's the pitch, grounded softly over. No one over at first to make the play. As that throw gets away, 1 run scores. A second run will come across. It's 13-2. Or excuse me, 12-3. I had a bunch of numbers jumbled in my head there, going backwards and forwards from the score and balls and strikes. But it is 12-3 now, officially the score. So it'll go down as a hit. Just nobody over to field the ball at first.
Next, number 27, Delaney Matthews.
So Matthews strides into the batter's box. Nelson, this one swung on, got a little bit of power out towards center field. Claire Cook makes the run, and it's just off her glove. 1 runs across, dancing around in the outfield, sliding into second is Matthews with a double. It's now 13-3.
Up next, the pitcher, number 20, Jaden Huseman.
So Huseman, who's been doing damage in the circle, will come up and try and help her own cause on offense. That one skips in the dirt. Good block by Pierce. This one fouled off. Houston's a sophomore. Read down her stat line earlier, but she's got a 469 average, 533 OBP. 21 times she's batted in a run this season, coming into tonight. So here's the pitch. This one swung on and fouled off as well, as the count now 1-2. Nelson looking for the strikeout. Here's the pitch. That one dances in front of home plate. That'll advance runner up to third. And that's Matthews. She had a bases clearing RBI double. Now Huseman. 2-2. This one swung on, pops straight up. Nelson calls everybody off, and there's out number 3. So we'll get set for the bottom of the 4th after the Cardinals claim 3 runs back to push the run deficit back to 10. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference, presented by Cam A and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back, everybody. Underwood, Iowa, the city and town we're in tonight for this Western Iowa Conference showdown between the Underwood Eagles and the visiting Treynor Cardinals.
Next, number 11, Corinne.
Score currently 13-3 as we come at you for the bottom of the 4th. Scoring totals to this point, it was 10 on the top of the 1st for Treynor. Underwood would then score the next 3 with 2 in the bottom of the 2nd and 1 in the bottom of the 3rd. The Cardinals came back to answer with 3 in the top of the 4th as the first pitch goes by for strike 1. This will be the third baseman in Treaty. As Huseman winds and fires. Fouled off into the catcher's glove. 0-2. Having to protect against anything close here. Edges have been susceptible to the strike 3 call tonight for Huseman. And here's the 0-2. That one low for ball 1. We want to thank you for spending your afternoon with us. We know there's a lot going on. College World Series in town in Omaha. Just a quick 30-minute to 40-minute drive from here over at Charles Schwab Field. The NBA draft also tonight. There's the count 1-2. This one swung on and fouled back. One and 2 here to Treaty. And here's the pitch. This one swung on, grounded over to Navarra. At short, fired to first. And there's out number 1. Next, you'll see the pitcher.
Player number 20, Carly Nelson.
As Nelson stride into the batter's box. She'll bat right-handed. Huseman looking for a little pitcher-on-pitcher crime here. Here's the first pitch. That one's in the dirt. Huseman has recorded 6 strikeouts so far tonight. That one in the zone. Catches the bottom portion, 1-1. Huseman winds and fires. This one shot off foul. One and two. Huseman looking for strikeout number 7. That one shot back through the middle. What a piece of hitting that time by Nelson. She spits on one right back up the middle, skipping right over the second base bag, and she gets aboard after being down in the count.
The second baseman, Alyssa Fisher.
So now Alyssa Fisher will come up and try and keep things moving here for the Eagles. They've scored now in 2 consecutive innings. Looking to make it a third if they can get, would be Ambrose, who's courtesy running again from first all the way around. And here's the wind and deal. That one's outside. She went halfway through, brought it across that portion of the plate for an 0-1. But Ambrose did indeed snag second in the process. So maybe a little bit of hit and run. Instead, they're going to say this was. It was runner retreats back to first. So I think we're going to have a quick discussion here on the mound. I think the infield umpire maybe had a little bit of a miscommunication there. There was no way that was a foul ball. And so that is a stolen base for Ambrose. So maybe just a quick discussion here. It is encouraging to see, though. Looks like we have a younger umpire making the way. We know umpires are a big supply. And now we're going to have a call out. Well, we're going to just hold off here and see until we can get this thing sorted out. But it looks like the situation, we'll run it back for you. There was an outside pitch that was swung on. No contact was made. Ambrose was taking for second, got in there safely. And it looked like the infield umpire sent him back towards first. So a bit of learning here for everybody is just bear with us. We'll get this all sorted out. And it looks like they end up coming to the right conclusion. Is it's safe on second. So back to what we were saying, it's encouraging to see some young umpires coming through. The state of Iowa desperately needs, in a bad way, some summer umpires, especially for the spring sports as well. I'm sure that's going to start showing its effects in the fall and winter sports that we all love as well. So we want to thank the umpires for, taking their time, especially mixing and matching some of the veterans with some of the young guys to show them the ropes. But regardless, it's an 0-1 count, fouled back 0-2. We've got a lot of quality umpires here in southwest Iowa. We've seen Jim Brook a couple of times. He's been a staple of the umpiring crews, especially in wrestling as well, as a referee there. Not with us tonight, but we've got a good crew. 0-2. This one fired up back through the middle towards Navarra, trying to throw him out at first. And there is out number 2 as Ambrose advances to third. And that'll bring up number 12, Delaney Ambrose, the first baseman.
Up next, the first baseman, number 9, Delaney Ambrose.
So Ambrose trying to get some of those runs back here and cut it back to 9. Pitch outside. Ambrose on the season, Delaney that is, the junior. Only got 4 RBIs on the season. Has a chance to knock her sister across the home plate here. As that one gets away, wild pitch. Going home, and there is the run scored. So no need to batter across. Wild pitch will score. And it's a 2-0 count now for Delaney Ambrose. So Underwood continuing to hang around. They've scored now in 3 consecutive half innings. Again, this is a pitcher in Huseman as a sophomore who has an ERA of just over 1.5. So runs are hard to come by for batting against her. That one's in the zone. 2-1. Go ahead and give you some more of Huseman's numbers again. She's up to 88 strikeouts with the 89 strikeouts with the 6 she has here tonight. ERA of 1.64. This one shot over to first. What a catch made by, I believe, that was Matthews. Indeed, Delaney Matthews over at first. So that'll get us going for the top of the 5th. We'll be right back after a short break. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference, brought to you by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop in McClellan for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Welcome back, everybody. We're set and ready to roll for the top of the 5th. Nelson still in the circle here for the Eagles. Came in relief back in the 2nd. The Eagles tacked one on to cut the deficit down to 9. They've scored now in 3 consecutive innings. The Cardinals trying to score for back-to-back innings for the first time all game. Here's the pitch. That one finds the outside edge. Strike 1. Batting here is McKern. She's at second base tonight. And here's the pitch. Shows bunt. Pulls back. It was low. Count 1-1. A couple of runs here would put the Eagles in danger of the run difference. That one's fouled off. Important here, if you're an Underwood fan, that this defense stands tall, holds this under double digits. Otherwise, it'll be up to your offense to try and answer back to keep this game going. This one swung on and missed. Strike 3 as Nelson sits her down. That's out number 1.
Up next, the catcher number 1, Addie Manahan.
As Manahan will come up. Just had an active afternoon behind the plate as well as at the plate. First pitch goes by for ball 1. We mentioned there was a varsity baseball game going on just over to the left of our shoulders here in the press box behind home plate. It's 7-2. Eagles over the Cardinals in that one in the boys varsity game, and that's a nice play by Treaty over to Ambrose for out number 2. If I'm reading that scoreline correctly for the boys varsity game, the Eagles scored 3 in the bottom of the 1st, 4 in the bottom of the 3rd, and the Cardinals have just 2 runs in the top of the 2nd and the top of the 3rd. As Nelson deals, that one bounces away for ball 1. Again, Huffman at the plate. Here's the pitch. That one low as well. Tragi is in the on-deck circle if needed here. There are 2 down. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and missed. Nice looking location that time from Nelson. A little bit of running action to it. Just bent it back in towards the hands of the batter. Kind of got her locked up. 1-2. Or excuse me, the 2-1 becomes 3-1. Here's the pitch. That one outside, and there's the walk.
Up next, the third baseman, number 2, Claire Scroggy.
Nelson fires, showing bunt, able to keep it. No, instead it dances just left of the line. Smart play by Treaty to pick it up once it had finally gone foul. Give you another score that our KMA conglomerates and Florida Digital Solutions are bringing you. Derek Martin from KMA is down with Glenwood and Red Oak. It's currently 4-2 Rams in the bottom of the 6th with 2 out and 2 runners on for Glenwood. Nice looking bunt there. Goes foul, I believe. Count 1 and 2. This one swung on, popped out towards second base, and a nice play that time by Fisher. Claims the third out, and we will be set and ready to go for the bottom of the 5th. Underwood trying to get something moving here. It's 13-4. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference, brought to you by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood, when you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa, 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back, everybody. There you just see the first pitch danced by everybody for a ball 1 count to Mary Stevens. If you're just joining us, again, it was a 10-run top of the 1st for the Treynor Cardinals, followed by 3 straight unanswered by Underwood, 2 in the bottom of the 2nd, 1 in the bottom of the 3rd, before Treynor pushed the lead back to 10 with a 3-run top of the 4th. The Eagles tacked on 1 more in the bottom of the 4th to get them underneath the mercy rule line with that 9-run difference. Western Iowa Conference standings right now, it stands from the bottom to the top here right after this pitch from Huseman. This one swung on. Good contact. Late on it, though. It's first strike. Riverside brings up the bottom. They're on a 1-game winning streak as they claim 2-13, 6-17 overall. Above them is IKM Manning, who's 2-11. Audubon brings up 7-11 in that 3rd from last. Tri-Center's 4-11 and 4-10 in the conference. Here's the next pitch. We'll continue just after this. That one's high. Mary Stevens, good eye. Up next is the Underwood Eagles. They're winners of 5 in a row. They're 12-10 overall, 8-6 in the conference. Missouri Valley's 9-5 in the conference. So a win today would knot up Underwood and give them actually the lead since they had won the prior matchup. They're 14-7 overall. Strike call there. Loads the count 3-2. The team you're seeing in the field, winners of 7 straight. They're 10-4 in the conference, and 13-4 is the Treynor Cardinals. And then AHSTW just a half game above them with undefeated Logan Magnolia, who's riding an impressive 22-game winning streak. And speaking of impressive, Huseman with her 7th strikeout of the game.
Up next, the center fielder, number 10, Claire Cook.
And up trots Claire Cook to the plate. She reached on an infield single her last time up. again, I know they're not playing tonight, but what a season it's been for Logan Magnolia. Great core of upperclassmen leading them to a 22-0 record so far. And win for Treynor today would push them above AHSTW pending the Lady Vikes results. So there's a lot of moving that can be done around here in the Western Iowa Conference with just a handful of games to go. Next pitch, swung on and chopped. Throw over to first in time for out number 2.
Up next, the catcher number 6, Grace Pierce.
Talking about impressive wins, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, but these Underwood Eagles went on the road and won by double digits against the second best team in the conference at the time in AHSTW. We were there for that one, but we were watching the boys contest between the Vikings and the Eagles. And as Huseman winds and fires. That one comes off the glove a little awkwardly, 1-1. Take a look at the last 5 victories for the Eagles. They won 2-0 over Ottoman. We had that game covered. And then that 19-5 stunner in Avoca. And they took down Tri-Center 10-0 before downing, before downing Riverside 12-4. And then they were able to eke out a win against Hawkeye 10 team St. Albert. 10-9 in that one, the final. And so each team running a 5 or greater winning streak. And we've seen glimpses of how good each team can be when they get things going in their favor. This one swung on, popped straight up, out of play. Hopefully it doesn't hit any of the bystanders, just over the terrace, over our right shoulder. So Pierce, again, trying to get something moving here with 2 down. As here's the pitch from Huseman. That one inside, count runs full. This one swung on, popped up, right towards second base, and there is the 3rd out. So we will go to the top of the 6th right after a short break. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference, brought to you by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Drop in to the Do Drop In for fantastic daily food specials. For lunch on Monday, chicken fried steak. Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Wednesday is a wild card. Thursday, bacon cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate cake. And Friday is a sirloin steak sandwich. And for supper specials, on Thursday it's roasted chicken and Friday prime rib. Open 11:30 till 9 weekdays, till 2 Friday and Saturday, and closed Sundays. Drop in to the Do Drop in McClellan for great family food and drinks with friends.
Pierce Communications in Southwest Iowa is putting their full support behind the student athletes in tonight's broadcast. The local family-owned business provides complete solutions to your telecommunication needs. With competitive pricing, their team of technicians pay attention to every detail to ensure and provide high-quality workmanship. With fast availability, you can expect immediate computer service in case of emergency. Contact Pierce Communications, your Southwest Iowa security and telecommunications experts at 712-388-6260 and ask about their VoIP cloud offerings. Pierce Communications, business systems are their business.
Welcome back, viewers. We're coming to you from Underwood, Iowa, where the Treynor Cardinals are looking to win their 8th in a row. The Underwood Eagles trying to win their 6th in a row. Right now, it's a 9-run lead for the visiting Cardinals. And Carly Nelson goes back out for the 6th. Again, since Underwood scored in the bottom of the 4th, in the bottom of the 5th, and was able to hold Treynor scoreless, they are saved from the mercy rule for now. With the way this game's been going, you'd be hard-pressed to see them push this thing much more past 10 for Treynor. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and fouled back. Lighting from our camera in the hood, maybe a little interfering with some of the black numbers on the jerseys for the Cardinals. This is 15, Reagan Gordon up at the plate. This one swung on and fouled back again. Count now 0-2. So Nelson doesn't have a ton of strikeouts tonight, but she's been getting ahead of a lot of batters. And a chance to find her second strikeout victim here. As here's the pitch. That one dances inside. Again, we have another KMA game going on in action. It was the bottom of the sixth between the Glenwood Rams and the Red Oak Tigers. That one's inside as well. It was 4-2 with 2 runners on and 2 out for the Rams in the bottom of the sixth, leading again Red Oak. So we're bringing you a little Western Iowa Conference and a little Hawkeye 10 action tonight along the airwaves. Count 2-2. That one's inside. Strike 3 called, and Carly Nelson sits her down. There's out number 1.
Up next, the shortstop, number 16, Keely Navarra.
And Navarro will come right back up as we're to the top of the Treynor order. Nelson's been spectacular in relief. Showing bunt, and that was just outside the reach of Pierce behind home plate. Would have taken a good reach to get it, just arms not quite long enough. So after that big run explosion in the top of the first where the Cardinals scored 10, all their running has been starved off for the most part as they scored 3 back in the fourth. The 1-1 from Nelson. Outside. Give you again Navarro's stat line on the season. She's a senior. 462 hitter. Very impressive with a 525 OBP. That one's in the zone. Looked at for strike 2. I'm not sure she could have walked down there and placed it in the middle of the zone any more than she did. So 2-2 now to Navarro, trying to avoid being back-to-back strikeouts. This one swung on, popped up, just on top of the fence. Pierce wanted a chance at it. Instead, some of the Treynor fans that are in attendance got that play coming at him in 3D. Looked like that ball may have just tried to stay inside, but we'll go back to the 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3 for Nelson. Now she's rolling. Back-to-back strikeouts have her with 2 outs here in the top of the sixth.
17, the center fielder, Rachel Kinsella.
As Rachel Kinsella will come up to the plate, trying to avoid being a third consecutive strikeout victim to Carly Nelson. Be interesting to see where this game would be if had it not been for that big first inning as they bunt. Throw over to first. Ambrose just outside. As that error will advance her all the way to third. There's a throwing error that time from Fisher. So with 2 down, runner on third. That'll bring up Delaney Matthews. Had an okay night at the plate so far. She's reached a couple times. As Nelson fires. That one outside. Good block by Pierce. She's thrown to the corners a couple times trying to get the runners lounging off the bag. And the 1-0. Throw over. Just as we were saying it, she's no stranger. Trying to keep those runners on their toes. Don't fall asleep. And Nelson. That one's outside. Now 3-0. Matthews so far this season, again, just an 8th grader, 392, 484 in the OBP department. She has the second most RBIs on the team with 19 coming into today. Throw back to third. Not in time as the strike comes across. It's quite a big drop-off for the Cardinals in their RBI department. Huseman has 21 coming into tonight, while Matthews has 19. Next closest Cardinal only has 10. That one skips away, wild pitch. Play at the plate, going down and scoring. The Cardinals push the lead back to 10.
Up next, the pitcher, number 20, Jaden Huseman.
And so Coach Kara Huseman will come in for the pinch runner. Try and get that number 2 when they get the chance. This looks like number 21 for the Cardinals. And there's not a 21 listed. But on varsity bound, 21 listed would be Ellie Kinsella as an 8th grader. So that's what we'll roll with. We're going to roll with Ellie Kinsella over on first now to pinch run. This one swung on, popped up. Delaney Ambrose over at first base, makes the play. There's out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Eagles down 10. You're watching the Western Iowa Conference presented by KMA and Fuller Digital Solutions.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too for future employment. No experience necessary. We will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook. Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood. When you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa. 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
Fletcher.
Welcome back, everybody, to the bottom of the 6th. Cody Roskins here trying to get you set and ready to roll as we've got just a couple more half innings left in us tonight. It's 14-4 between the Underwood Eagles and the Treynor Cardinals. As Huseman's been rolling, has 7 strikeouts on the night. It's the first pitch swinging over to third. Won't be in time to first. It's over first baseman's head. She'll dig for 2, and she'll get in there safely. It's called a single and then advance by error. And that will bring up Kay Christensen to the plate.
Up next, the right fielder, number 4, Kay Christensen.
So the Eagles trying to get things moving again. Trying to get that lead back under double digits. Huseman begins the approach. Swung on, grounded right at her. What a block that time by Huseman. If that gets by her, it probably dances through the middle of the infield and into center field.
Up next, the third baseman, number 11, Corinne Trady.
I want to give you another quick score update. Another multi-run bottom of the inning for the Underwood boys baseball team, who are hunting down their 16th win. They're coming off a heartbreaker against Woodbury Central and Des Moines, in which they scored 7 in the bottom of the 5th to erase a 7-run deficit, only to give up 1 in the top of the 6th and hold scoreless in the 7th. But they currently lead the Treynor Cardinals 10-2 after scoring 3 in the bottom of the 6th. That scoreline again, 10-2, and I believe Treynor had just gone scoreless. That may have gone final for the Eagles varsity team. This pitch is popped up, no chance to tag, and there's out number 2.
Up next, our senior number 15, Sierra Fox.
And so in another big spot, they'll put up Sierra Fox, who started the game in the circle. Get a chance to swing some metal in this one. Again, the lone senior. I want to thank her for all of her contributions. Nowadays, with everybody playing travel ball and AAU sports, it's hard to get upperclassmen, especially in the summertime, to stick it out. So a big thank you going out to her for sticking by her team this summer. A 14-4 game, runner on third, and a chance for the RBI for the senior. That one's outside. One 0 count. Underwood dugout getting loud. This one, check swing is high. Now a big-time hitters count for Sierra Fox. There's a big hole out in the left center field, and she can get one out there. And the 2-0. Outside, 3-0. So in the 3-0 count as a senior, is she going to get the green light? Or is she going to take the walk? Fox, again, doesn't get many at-bats. This is only her 18th of the season, according to Varsity Bound. That one's in the zone for strike one. Does the team thing and takes for first pitch, or takes until she gets a strike, I should say. Promise I'll get it figured out at some point. As Huseman winds and fires. This one swung on, mic it down, just right of the first base line. Count now full. Fletcher on third. The junior wanting to come home and put this game back under double digits. Fox in a 3-2 count. Huseman has battled back after being down 3-0. Payoff pitch. That's high and outside, so Sierra Fox, the senior, works the walk.
Up next, your second baseman, number 13, Alyssa Fisher.
So Alyssa Fisher comes up, trying to keep the line moving. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. And a 10-run game, so this is critical. Here's the pitch. Swung on, popped up. This could do it. And there's out number 3. So the Cardinals able to quiet the scoring threat. And that will send this game final. Once again, the final score here from Underwood. The Treynor Cardinals 14, the Underwood Eagles 4. As the 5-game winning streak for the home side Eagles comes to an end at 5. And for the Treynor Cardinals, they continued to nip at the heels of the HSTW Lady Vikes, winning their 8th in a row, advancing them to 11-4 on the season in conference play. We want to thank everyone for tuning in and sticking with us tonight. I've been Cody Roskins giving you the action here from Underwood, Iowa. We'll see you next time out, but until then, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks, Cody.